I, John Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, coming to you today live from Shadyside, Ohio, where the fallout from Benjamin Netanyahu's speech to a joint session of Congress has begun. And with that being said, I have a few things to say about it, because I like Benjamin Netanyahu, and I understand this man is willing to be a partner in peace with the Palestinians, but he's not willing to give up everything in the name of peace, and he pointed that out in his speech. He actually had the audacity to point out that when Iran, in the pursuit of nuclear weapons, disabled their program only after they thought for 1 second that the Allied powers were actually going to use military force, once they were afraid that that force may be coming their way, they stopped their nuclear program, albeit for just a little while, but at least they did stop it under the threat of what? Force. That's right, force. Now, this man, I believe, is a man of peace, but he also is not willing to sell out the farm in the name of peace. Something our worthless president might think about, because peace is only achieved through strength. It doesn't work. Appeasement does not work. It doesn't work, or it didn't work in 1936, and it doesn't work now, and it never will. The best way, if you want to negotiate, is negotiate through a position of strength. That's right. Theodore Roosevelt said, speak softly, but carry a big stick. And that is exactly what we need to do when dealing with these crazy-ass Islamo fundamentalists. That's right. But the thing of it is, when you got the big stick, every so often you have to take the big stick out and use it so that you put the fear of God in these people. And when you tell them, either get rid of that damn nuclear program or else, they might think that you might actually do it. And that's how you achieve true peace. And that is exactly what Bibi Netanyahu said today at Congress. I listened to the entire speech, and I was impressed with the very beginning of it, where he stood up and he said, I see old friends of Israel, and I see plenty of new friends of Israel. Of course, the new friends of Israel are the Republicans in the House of Representatives, because all the damn Islamo-loving leftist Democrats have been shown the door. And you can rest assured there's more where that came from. And of course, there was somebody up in the gallery up there shouting equal rights for Palestinians. And it turns out that was a member of the Code Pink left wackos. We knew it was somebody. Hell, I thought it was Rachel Maddow, to tell you the truth. But now we find out it's some sort of activist from Code Pink. But that's not the least bit surprising. It's equal right for Palestinians, not equal rights for Afghanistan people. That's right. That must be the good war that everybody seems to like on their side of the aisle. But with that being said, I'd like to point out a few things that Bibi Netanyahu said that actually made sense. Now, he spoke directly to President Abbas of the damn Palestinian Authority, and he said that if you want peace, then get rid of Hamas. There it is. There it is. And say these words, that we believe in the existence of a Jewish state along with the Palestinian state. Israel already has said that they believe in a Palestinian state. But the damn Palestinians won't say the words, we believe in a Jewish state. And right there is the problem, and Netanyahu nailed that today. But of course, in negotiations with His Mightiness Obama, the man who's not a Muslim, Israel is expected to give up everything for the sake of peace. And Netanyahu's not going to go down that road. He's just not going to do it. He's not going to sell out the damn farm in the name of peace. And that's what Obama has to understand. If he really, really wants peace, and he wants a lasting peace, then he's going to have to tell the Palestinians to get rid of Hamas, Hezbollah, and all these people that want to exterminate the Jewish state. Once you do that, you might actually be able to talk to reasonable people and have a separate Palestinian Palestine and have a separate Israel side by side. But once again, he reiterated he is not going to go back to the 1967 borders, and there's absolutely no reason for him to do so. Absolutely none. The basic idea is that if he goes back to the 67 borders, he's going to be indefensible. He's not going to be able to sell out to his people, and he's not going to be able to defend a 4-mile wide strip. It's just impossible to do so. Not to mention the fact that Israel has basically been there and took that territory in the 67 war so that they would have a buffer between them and the radical elements in the Palestinian Liberation Organization. Makes sense to me, but he also pointed out how, of course, they gave up territory before in the name of peace. And what happened? The UN did absolutely nothing to ensure that these weapons did not come into the territories that they just gave up in the name of peace. And of course, the worthless Europeans bailed out. They didn't want anything to do with it. Because why? Because of their worthless appeasement of the Muslims. That's all there is to it. It is just that simple. The UN hates Israel. They're going to say it so in September, but I'm telling you what they're going to say now. They're going to try and have a resolution to diss Israel. It's coming. I guarantee you. We've already seen Obama at least one time actually stand up for Israel, which was a good thing. And then he turns right around and says, well, you got to go back to the 67 borders. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. But with that being said, I like Benjamin Netanyahu. I believe this man is the real deal. And if you're going to negotiate for peace, then it's about time that somebody other than Israel actually give a little bit. With Israel, it's give, give, give. But with the Palestinians, it's nothing. Don't do anything. Just sit there and fire your damn rockets into Israel. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody says anything about the Palestinians, especially these damn Islamo lovers on the left. That's right, the Islamo lovers on the left. All Democrats, mostly liberal Democrats. All these damn Islamo-loving Democrats on the left, the liberals, expect Israel to bend over and take it right up the ass because their worthless Marxist-Leninist president said so. Well, Netanyahu's not going to play that game, and by God, I want him to know there are Americans like me that support him in his efforts to get peace through strength without selling out the entire damn farm just because the man who is not a Muslim says it's the thing to do. Until next time, this is your third favorite Islamo-homophobic. Ronald Reagan saying this to you now. Benjamin Netanyahu, why can't you be president of this country and let the man who is not a Muslim go over there to Egypt with the boys in the Muslim hood and be their president? I'm sure they would love him. And next time I say this now, over and out.